Sea Rockers, and welcome to Sea Rocks. Today we'll be making some texture art. We're going to create this sweet and simple ocean scene. So stay tuned and let's dive right in. Hi and welcome. Let's get started. I've got my 11 by 14 wood panel board and I'm going to draw the shoreline, not in the middle. So I'm just going to sketch it along here. You can make it straight. You can make it wavy. You can make it zigzag. You can do whatever you like. So there's my shoreline. Below is going to be the shore, and then above will be our ocean. I'm going to use for the shoreline some modeling paste, some paint, and sand. I'm going to transfer some modeling paste to a different container so that I can stir it up when I add the sand to it. And right about here, you can tell that I thought, I'm going to change this up a bit. So what I decided, I'm going to set my modeling paste aside and I'm going to paint the background of the sandy beach area first. And I'm going to paint it the same color that I'm going to add to the modeling paste. So it's that, that taupey color. So anyway, paint it first. That way, in case I miss something, you won't be able to see where I've missed. So while this was drying, I decided, okay, plan B, I'm going to paint the blue ocean first. So I got out a few different shades of blue, some darker, some lighter, some with iridescence, and some white. And I'm just going to go ahead and paint the ocean part and get that all taken care of first. Now, as far as painting, there isn't really any rhyme or reason. I just added some darker towards what would be the deeper ocean and some lighter blue towards the sand. And it's just intuitive. Like so much of art is intuitive. Just go with what your gut says, how you feel, how it makes you feel. This makes me happy, so this is what I painted. And once you have your ocean the way you like it, just make sure and let it dry completely before you start the next step. Now we're ready for the modeling paste. I had put it away. So get your modeling paste back out, put it in the container, something you can stir it in. Add your paint, whatever paint color that was that you chose for the shoreline. You could even use a different color if you wanted. Get real creative. Anyway, mix it in your modeling paste. And the modeling paste tends to mute the color a little bit, so I'll add some more in there. And then lastly, we're going to add some sand. That's going to give us our texture. And you just add to whatever texture you like. If you want just a little bit, put a little bit in. You want a lot, I'm putting a little more. But just mix it up real good so everything gets all coated. Here's just a close-up of what mine looks like. Just for reference. All right, our piece is dry and ready for our next step. I'm going to use the palette knife to spread it on, and I'm just going to use it like you're spreading frosting on a cake or a cookie. And just moving it around along the edge there. Nothing too difficult about it. It feels funny though with the sand in it. And just make sure you get as much as you can, and try not to cut it too close, as you'll see in the next shot here. I cut it a little close on my concoction, but anyway, and then just spread it out. And then when you've got it all spread out, you're going to add a little texture or a design. I chose to kind of just bounce my palette knife up and down to give it a little texture. It actually kind of reminds me of stucco, the finished product. Oh my goodness. And here's just a close-up shot of our finished product while it's still wet. Here we go. Everything is nice and dry. I'm going to seal both sides up. The bottom half is going to get a matte finish Krylon UV resistant clear coating. I think I've used this before. And then the top, I'm going to give a Krylon Camar varnish, which happens to be a gloss, but I'm only going to give it one coat. Now we're ready to make our fun little 3D waves. We're going to start there along the shoreline. I'm going to take my modeling paste and I put it on some palette paper. You can use like a wax paper or a piece of glass or plastic or silicone, something that is not going to absorb moisture. Make sure your palette knife is clean. Mine was not. I had to clean it real quick. And then getting started is the hardest part, kind of getting in the groove. And notice how I'm loading my palette knife. I'm kind of pushing away and loading the one edge. And then I'm just pushing that edge onto the shoreline there and just kind of establishing a line, pushing it up a little bit. And as we go along, you'll kind of see that I get in a groove, and you're going to kind of wiggle it and push those waves so you make a little ridge. And then just kind of lightly push it back a little bit and kind of dab. What will happen is when it dries, it won't be as prominent, and it'll just have kind of this really cool kind of foamy, kind of translucent effect a little bit. And because I can't do anything without a little sparkle or pizzazz, I added some translucent or iridescent glitter to the wave while it was wet. And just a pinch, just a teeny pinch, just to give it a little bit something extra. You can just kind of see a close-up picture of it. All right, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my next wave. Sometimes it just kind of helps to, I don't know, kind of pretend you have a pencil, figure out, just kind of pre-map it out in your brain. I added some more modeling paste to my palette paper. And just think about how waves come in. If you need to use reference pictures, you know, look things up, or if you have something of your own, those are always good. And you can see how I'm just pushing the bottom edge so it makes a little ripple. So it's going to give it a 3D effect. And you can put as many waves as you want. I ended up putting a few more. If you found value in today's art, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, like, and share. Thanks so much. All right, so I'm done playing with this. I'm gonna let it dry, but you can already see how pretty it's gonna look. Here's our dried piece, all ready to go. You wanna let it dry 24 hours before you do anything more to it. And I'll get you a close-up picture as well. Got the back on it, and I got the sides painted. Here's a nice close-up. You can see the sparkle in the waves. It's so pretty. Hope you enjoyed making this as much as I did. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you were inspired to try something new or just enjoyed yourself. I invite you to join the Sea Rocker family. Please like, share, and subscribe. As you know, that helps me put more content out. And don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms. Thanks for watching. Until next time, go beach or go home.